Hey y'all, welcome back to Adventuring with Amanda. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Before we get started, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you are new here. Y'all, today we are taking it back to basics. We are talking about all of those boondocking basics, whether you need a refresher or if you are new to the concept of boondocking. And if you are, you might not be familiar with the term boondocking. So what exactly is it? Boondocking is essentially camping without electrical hookups or water hookups, anything like that. It is also known as dry camping. Anybody can boondock, whether you are in a tent, a vehicle, an RV, a camper, whatever you're in. Boondocking covers every type of camper. So in this video, we will talk about these boondocking basics. Let's get started. Here is my boondocking setup. It is fairly minimalist and simple. There's my water table over there, but this is how I boondock now. I started off with a lot of campground camping just so I could get used to sleeping in my vehicle, a routine, and figure out everything that I needed for boondocking. So essentially, when it comes to basic boondocking, you need food, water, shelter, as well as, a toilet, a power station of sorts, or some sort of electricity to power your electronics. And I will go through and talk about the very basic essential needs for your boondocking setup. Beginning with the concept of food, I currently use this 12-volt refrigerator that plugs into a 1500 watt power station. Now, I did not start van life with a refrigerator. I actually started with a Yeti cooler, which honestly works just as well. Dry ice will keep food cold in a Yeti for about 7 days. So a Yeti is awesome, but you can always start out with a basic cooler and ice. So this is my refrigerator. It uses very little power considering, and I absolutely love it. There's a link to this fridge in the description of this video, as well as everything else that I've purchased on Amazon. You can find the link in the video description. So for cooking, I use this Gas One mini butane stove. It uses butane's very easy to use. It's lightweight, it's simple, it's easy to clean. I also have a 2-burner propane stove, but I use it on very rare occasions. Normally I'm only cooking one thing at a time, and this can literally store on the back shelf of my van. I can cook on it on my fridge. I can put it on a table on my floor here that I have. So very easy to cook, boil water, to make my coffee. Highly recommend this very simple setup, especially if you're just starting out. I keep my dry food in this container so it's easy to access. I also have a little fruit basket so I can grab fruit at any time. And then I often keep 2 gallons of water sitting right behind it. Then in the bottom storage, I have more cooking utensils and pots and pans. For powering my devices, I use a few different portable power stations. A portable power station is essentially a big battery that you can charge all of your electronics from. So I use this Rockpals 300 as well as a Jackery 240 Explorer, and those power my small electronics like laptop, phone, tablet, Bluetooth. And then I have this large power station that sits on my passenger seat floor. It's 1500 watts. I use that solely to power my refrigerator. And then to charge those power stations, I use only solar. Again, boondocking is about not having any sort of electrical hookups, so you either need to have a generator or solar to charge up your batteries, whatever type you're using, whether you're using an inverter or power station. So I use solar. This large one is a Van Powers 200 watt, and the small one, which is my favorite, is a Yargo 100 watt. I also have Rockpals and Bluetti solar panels, which are great. Again, the Yargo is my favorite. So for all of your electronics, since you don't have hookups, you will need a way to charge them, like a portable power station. and then a solar panel to charge those up. Now in Arizona, we have like 360 days of sun per year, so solar is really the best way to go. Here is my water station that I use for whatever I need it for. I have this $10 Amazon electric water dispenser. It literally is the dispenser and a hose that can go into any 1, 3, or 5 gallon jug, as well as this collapsible sink, and then my little aluminum table, all of which you can purchase on Amazon. Links are in the description of this video. Now, I am in my 30s and I do have to make an income and pay my bills, so I do work on the road. I've owned a digital creation business for almost a decade now, so I have my small laptop, and then this is my mobile hotspot from Verizon. It's actually 2 years old and I'm due for an upgrade, but I only camp in places where there is good Verizon service, so I can use my data. I have unlimited data on my phone and my tablet, and then also use my hotspot when I need to use my laptop. So I only camp in places where there's good Verizon cell service, and you can find out about that on Campendium when you're looking for a campsite. Something that I highly recommend from boondocking, because you won't often find a super flat, well, sometimes you will. I try and seek them out, but flat campsites can be hard to find because it literally is public land. You know, it's not like going to a campground, right, where it's like cement and it's level. So I recommend carrying levelers, whether they are official levelers. You can purchase those on Amazon for your tires. I just use some 2x4s. I have them in my rooftop box so I can pull my tires up on them if necessary, so my van is level, because you don't want to be unlevel when you are sleeping. For showering, this is what I use. I use a portable shower and a 2.6 gallon collapsible bucket. The way the shower works is you fill your bucket, you put the pump in, and then it pumps the water up through one of the two attachments. I really like this attachment on my shower because it's really high pressure and it's great for washing my hair. Or you can hook up this basic one that gives you, a nice steady stream. Now it does use quite a bit of water, so you'll want to just kind of rinse off and use your water sparingly, if you will. But this shower works really well. You can wear your bathing suit and just shower out in the open, or I have a portable shower tent that I use that works well also. For cleaning and washing off, bathing between showers, I swear by these Scribs rinse-free bath sponges. I absolutely love them. Great for shaving my legs and, just like I said, getting a nice clean bath, if you will, between regular showers. And they don't use a ton of water. They're super awesome. Now, of course, everybody poops, so you need a toilet. I have been using this collapsible blue toilet from Amazon, link in the description, of course, for 2 years now. I have tried one with a lid. I didn't like the shape as much. A 5-gallon bucket with a toilet lid also works really well if you have the space and you want something taller. But I just put 3 bags in there. I urinate into this jug and I clean it out with bleach and Clorox wipes every day, these things right here. And then I put pine pellets in there, and I keep my pine pellets in a cat litter bag, but I actually get a 40-pound bag of pine pellets at Tractor Supply for around $7, and then you can dispose of it wherever is appropriate for your location. Now, it's important that you only boondock on land that is appropriate and allows campers, so I often find Bureau of Land Management, public camping land, or I camp in national forest, and I find all of my camp spots on campendium.com. They also have an app, and iOverlander works really well also. I hope that this video was helpful to you in terms of discussing some very basic boondocking tips. It's really easy to get started, and you don't have to spend a ton of money on items or expensive products to get to boondocking. I mean, really, you have very basic needs. You don't even necessarily need power stations and solar if you don't have, large electronics to power or anything like that. And everybody has their own way of boondocking. I've been doing it for about 3 years now, so the setup that I have is perfect for me. But what works for me might not work for somebody else. So it's important to do your research based on your needs and your rig, of course. I'm in a minivan, so it's pretty easy to handle and to move around and set up in different ways. But I want to know your tips as well. If you have helpful tricks or ideas for boondocking based on your type of rig, maybe I didn't cover it, or maybe you do something different, share that down in the comments so other people can get ideas, especially if they are new to the concept of boondocking. But thank you again for taking the time to watch. I sure appreciate you. Be sure to like and subscribe. I will see you next time.